morning. I've been chewing over Portland's food scene for my entire journalism career. And for much of that time, Portland was completely off the radar. I mean, not even a blip. And so I wanted to start with just a simple question today. How did Portland, Oregon, a place not even in the fine dining conversation, a city known as Stumptown, how did this suddenly become America's most talked about food destination? Well, while most of the country was obsessing over celebrity cooks and the Food Network, Portland just shrugged and cooked up its own scene, starring real people just doing what they loved. This movement has no leader, it has no name, although Porklandia or Porkland would probably do it. But it's a crazy stew of cooks and farmers and food truckers and baristas and bartenders, and not the least, adventurous eaters, all doing what they love to do, all in it together, and inhaling the essence of Portland. And that's handmade, fabulous, and cheap. Is this a recipe that could be duplicated elsewhere? Well, I think the core of it can, and I've hidden the ingredients in your little pouches, so hold on to those. But first, I want to say a few things about Portland. We have easy access to the best farmlands and forest here. It's the end of the rainbow here, and not everyone's going to have that. We have a world-class farmers market right in the middle of downtown. Top chefs and home cooks, we all have access to the same great stuff, and may the best man win. What we don't have here is money. Since World War II, economic growth has been about 2%. And finally, we are soaked to the bone much of the year. In Portland, you have to create your own sunshine. So the simple fact is this: people who are here, they live here because they want to be here. And as a result, we've created a food culture that's different. It's small scale, it's willfully eccentric, it's extremely local, and it's open to just about anything as long as it's good. A new generation of entrepreneurs has shown us that great ideas can be found anywhere, even in the back of a food truck. So Portland reminds us not just what tastes good in our stomachs, but what are we looking for in our hearts these days? And that's craft, it's connection, it's community. These 3 C's are the key ingredients to a vital food scene. And I want to share a taste of them today. So it's time to open your TEDx picnic pouch, but don't eat everything in it. First, I want you to just fish out the coffee bean and pop it in your mouth. And yes, it's okay to eat a coffee bean. All right. In Portland, everything starts with craft and great coffee. A year ago, 2 friends, Adam McGovern and Eric Miller, threw out coffee shop conventions, and they took coffee roasting right to the street, creating a new experience outside in a 50-foot cubicle that looks like a London bar. There's something about standing right on Northwest Gleason Street and smelling these wonderful perfumes and going, "What are you roasting today?" that changes the conversation, and that was the idea of Sterling Coffee Roasters. 2 coffees are roasted every day, and we're introduced to them on a little blackboard, and the beans are identified not just by their hometown, but by 2 words that Adam and Eric feel just say it all. And so while many of us would feel foolish or intimidated to say, "I'll have these single origin Brazil beans," nobody feels fear to say, "I will have the chocolate peanut," or "I'll have the fruity pebble." So we're all in on it. And then you realize that craft is more than just a great product in your hand. It's considering every detail. It's space, it's experience, it's making people feel respected. Oh, by the way, you are eating a natural Ethiopian Yirgacheffe coffee bean, but Adam says you can just call it chocolate punch. Okay, now time to eat your vegetable. So I want you to pluck out of your pouch that purple carrot with the crazy white stripe in it. No two carrots are alike in this batch. Every weekend, for as long as anybody can remember, farmer Gene Teal has been trekking 300 miles to the Portland Food Market. You don't have to ask the sample of his carrots. You'd see him at the stand. You don't have to say, are these organic? You just look at these babies and the line between dirt and jewel suddenly got very thin. The real beauty of these is trust. Food is trust. Trust is a handshake. Trust is a brown paper bag. Trust is one man so deeply connected to what he has yanked out of the ground that he's willing to travel 6 hours a week to stand on concrete all day long, even in his late 70s, because he loves the idea that we're eating his food. And I once said to him, Gene, why do these carrots taste so different? Why are they so good? And he just looked at me and said, because I talked to them. And I knew then he was the carrot whisperer. Okay, we're going to finish with something sweet, a Parmesan cheese chocolate bar. Tell people are really digging that one out. How many of us know someone who at age 30 dropped everything to pursue a dream of making chocolates? This is a very Portland story. David Briggs makes bold bonbons. We're talking crunchy with pigskin, perfumed with curry. He makes these in the back of a sandwich shop. Now, this is not Willy Wonka's factory, trust me. But it is the heart of community. And it shows what's possible when someone is willing to open up their cooking space for $200 rent a month. And it shows what happens when everyone is willing to step forward and say, if you made it, we'll sell it. David's reimagined candy bars quickly found homes all over Portland. In cheese shops, in indie restaurants. One bar said, we'll create a dessert tray and we'll sell your chocolates. Because that's how it works in Portland. Everybody champions and celebrates everybody. Zero-sum game does not apply here. David's goal was to change our perception of chocolate, and he's doing that with a booming business called Chocolat. But he also did it with an ingredient called community. So to conclude, David, Farmer Gene, roasters Adam and Eric, they are an example of how the C word is helping change the country. In fact, I think they're all here today, I think. So if you're here, will you all stand up so everybody can connect with you when we take a break? There's David. There's Adam. Where Farmer Gene? Farmer Gene. Thank you. Be sure to say hi to them at the break. We're at a crossroads with food today. Obesity, manufacturing, labeling, overconsumption, underconsumption. Portland is helping bridge those challenges. And if there's one thing that you remember about the food that we've shared today, it's the 3 C's. It's craft, it's connection, it's community. The C word stands at the center of the new food culture. It's coffee, it's carrots, it's chocolate, it's commitment, it's collaboration, it's community, it's craft, it's connection. You put all of these together in true Portland style and you're cooking. Thank you very much. Thank you.